What's going on, everybody? Noxy here with another vlog. So I recorded one yesterday evening. Yeah, Tuesday evening I recorded one, but I was far too tired and lazy to actually edit it and upload it. So I'll probably get working on that today. Try and get both that one and this one done today, both edited and uploaded. I may not upload this one until tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. I don't work until 2 tomorrow, so I might even be able to do some content creation before work, which would be really cool because I have yet to be able to do that. Typically, I'm in the morning and I don't get out till the afternoon or into the evening from work, and then I've got my nice long commute home. So it makes it kind of challenging to do any kind of content creation before work. That is something that I'm going to be looking into here in the future so that I can really try and get up earlier and maybe do streams before work. Or if I can start creating intros to vlogs. Basically, I want to get on track to creating content earlier in the day so that I can always be putting something out, regardless of if I'm working or not. The goal is to get, far more regular with my vlogs and other content that I'm trying to create. And the only way to do that is to start doing it in the morning. Usually I come home from work and then, I hang out with the wife. I play some games, watch TV, hang out with her, play with Mila, who is, you know, hanging out down here right next to me. Was playing with her a little bit earlier, got home, and she was all excited that I was home early. Not terribly surprised about that one. So I took her out for the day, and then we've done some playing. I started filming the vlog, and then I caught some technical issues that I had to fix. So fixed those, restarted the vlog here, and now she doesn't want to play, which I mean it's fine by me. I already hit the ceiling lamp once, and I don't want to do that again. So if she just wants to hang out, fine by me. Um, I know she's gonna pick up in energy here in probably 45 minutes or something like that, or whenever the hell my wife gets home. Um, I'm pretty sure she'll be home by 4. At least if I were a betting man, I'd bet that she'd be home by 4. So, 20, 25 minutes or so, she should be home. At least that would be my guess. She's probably going to be working on her thesis the rest of the night. I know she's got still a ton of work to do, and she's super stressed and anxious about that. So, really, I'm just trying to stay the hell out of her way. Offer some comfort where I can, but just try and stay out of her way because she's, like I said, she's super stressed over it. And I get it. It's a thesis. There's a lot to it, and there's a lot writing on the thesis, and it's due in a week. So definitely stressed out. So I'll just try and stay out of her way. Perhaps figure out what we're gonna do for dinner. In a few hours. We typically eat later. Now she wants to play. Now Mila wants to play. Um, so yeah, we'll figure out dinner. We'll figure out what we're doing for the night. Um, this won't be a terribly long vlog. Really, just kind of wanted to catch up on everything. Getting out of work early today is kind of nice. Being able to hang out with Mila, start a somewhat earlier vlog. I still have tons of editing work to do, so I know. We've been doing Halo, so I'm on to Combat Evolved. Like I said earlier, I'm just doing campaigns right now, but eventually I'll get into the multiplayer, and that's where I can make quite a bit of content. However, what I'm thinking about doing is streaming the campaign, and I'm trying to get back into streaming as quickly as I can. I've just got to figure out what's going on with my schedule, my sleep schedule, or lack thereof, because I mean, let's be honest. I'm an insomniac. I get 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night, and that's about it. I'm up every 45 minutes, sleep for 30, 45 minutes, up for 45 to an hour. That's my sleep schedule. That's what I'm used to dealing with. So, um, yeah, hopefully I'll just try and break that, and then ideally, what'll happen is I get back into the content creation earlier in the day, as I mentioned earlier in this vlog, really starting to possibly do streams in the morning, or maybe just vlogs, or maybe just work on getting content created so that I can edit it by the time I get home. So a lot of changes that I'm looking at coming forward. I just have to figure out how I'm going to really do it, how I'm going to work with my non-existent sleep schedule, and how I'm going to work with my work schedule, as well as all the other appointments and mental health appointments that I have. I have a psychiatrist appointment pretty much every 2 to 3 weeks, and I have a therapist meeting every week. Now I got a physical coming up this Friday, which I need. It's been years and years and years since I've had a physical. I know they're going to have to do several blood draws because we got to keep an eye on my liver and kidneys with the new meds I'm on. And plus being little over a year sober now, well, little over, what is it? It's actually 13 months today. Huh. 13 months today I'm sober. So definitely gonna have to talk to them about that and have them kind of keep an eye on everything. I being a recovering alcoholic, I have thrashed my liver. That's just part of it. Heavy drinking every night for years on end, and now I'm in recovery, and I'm grateful for that. I still get cravings here and there, and I really can't control that. Um, but I'm sober, and I'm trying to keep it that way, no matter how difficult it is. But it's just something I've got to discuss with my primary care physician, so we can just keep a little closer eye on my liver and make sure that it is in fact healing from any damage I've done to it, and that it's functioning at its proper levels, as well as my kidneys for the lithium that I'm on. That's the big one. Being on lithium twice a day, I've just got to keep an extra eye on those and let them know what else I'm on, because I take like 6 to 8 pills a day every day. I'm used to it now, but um, just kind of a touch up there, and then I'll have my counseling later on that day. Certainly try and do some content creation on Friday if I can. I'd really like to. It's kind of going to be dependent on how well my car runs over the next 2 days. Uh, it broke down on the way to work today. Just shut off completely. Just everything. I was able to crank the wheel enough to get over to the side of the road, and luckily I was going fast enough so I didn't really interrupt any kind of traffic. Um, and then I got home no problem. Absolutely no problem. I mean, I was able to get it started back up and get to work on time and actually early, to be completely frank. Um, but it didn't have any issues on the way home, which I'm super grateful for. It is an older Jeep, and I just can't deal with it right now. So fingers crossed that it keeps rolling well, and then Friday we'll see. I'll have my physical early in the morning, and I'll try and do maybe a mobile vlog to start, and maybe some more from desktop. I really want to be able to add more elements into my content creation that I've not really done much of, including those mobile vlogs. Certainly, I've got one out, and then I have within the build video, the wiring my wife recorded from her iPhone 12. So I've got some, mobile videos out there, but I certainly want to do a lot more with that. I think I've just got to overcome my being weirded out by vlogging while in public and having others look at me, because I think that's where I'm a little bit uncomfortable. I was, at least starting when I first started vlogging, I was uncomfortable even having my wife in the room. Now I'm getting a little bit better. I really want her to start interacting with me as I've become a little bit more comfortable with vlogging and this whole process. So I'd like her to become more active and be able to communicate with her and bounce ideas off her and have her interact with the videos as well as possibly streaming here in the future. I know she's made appearances in past streams, Back when I went by the alias of Robert California. Yes, I'm a huge Office fan. For those of you who did not know or who cannot tell by the Office box set up there, my wife and I have seen it. I can't even tell you how many times. I think we used to watch it at least 10 to 15 times a year. The entire the entire series. We'd skip season one, and I think we'd skip the last season, and that's about it. Otherwise, we'd watch it all the way through 10 to 15 times a year. So we're very versed in The Office. Um, that being said, it's off of Netflix. We don't really watch it anymore. It just kind of sits up on my shelf back there as an homage to what we used to really like. We still love it. Don't get me wrong. We still love it. It's just we don't watch it as much anymore. There's newer things out that we're watching. My wife's obsessed with Bridgerton. We both like Killing Eve. We both like the movie Ready Player One, which I come to find out is based off of a book, which makes me understand why they had poor reviews overall. Besides some of the plot holes and some of the poor lines, but overall we like the movie, and we'll bounce through a bunch of things, including Band of Brothers is a big one. Um, Occasionally we'll go through the Matrix or the Bourne series. It's just kind of hit or miss. Um, Whatever we're feeling feeling like doing, we end up putting on. I think my wife put on Twister last night, and God, have I never felt the 90s so much in that movie. Besides maybe Jurassic Park. Those two movies just scream 90s. I mean, I was born in 89, so I spent my entire childhood in the 90s and early 2000s, and I graduated in 2007, so here we are 2021, 14 years after graduation. But I spent most of my time in, like, I've got a lot of memories in the 90s, and it was a great time. You ask anyone who really was either born or lived in the 90s, and they loved it. It is what it is. The fashion wasn't great, but we all know that 90s fashion, just like we know 80s fashion and 70s fashion. But it was just kind of funny to go back to one of those 90s movies and just see the 90s fashion at its peak and how everyone used to be. And kind of nostalgia to an extent, because things are very, very different now. I mean, even in the 2000s, they're so vastly different than the 90s. 90s were vastly different than the 80s, so on and so forth. Times are consistently changing, but nostalgia, it always remains there. And that's one of the big reasons why I've been playing Halo, for the nostalgia. And now, speaking of nostalgia, I've heard that they might be doing a remake of Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer to be released this year. I don't know if it's true. If it is, hell fuck yeah. I'm getting back on the Call of Duty grind if that's the case. If it's a Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer remastered, I am back on that. Um, and yes, I have room in my back pocket. I will pile as many people into my back pocket as I need to. That was my game back in the day, even above Halo. Um, Thousands and thousands and thousands. I mean, into the 10,000s of kills, and I had less than 3,000 deaths. My accuracy was always over 50%, and that goes for all weapons, not just snipers or single shot or burst shot. I used them all. I used every weapon out there, whether it's full auto or not. Now, I did prefer my FAMAS, however the hell you want to pronounce it. That's my assault rifle with iron sights. Don't at me. Iron sights are golden on that gun. So I'll be going back to that if this is true. If it's true, I'm coming back to Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty. And I'll be grinding hard, and I'll be trying to find some of my old playmates that used to run the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies with me, um, because that's my grind, and I won't be stopped. I mean, I've got hundreds of nukes in my repertoire throughout the years on Modern Warfare 2. It's that's just what I did. I mean, if I wasn't getting 20 plus nukes a week, something was wrong. Something was just wrong with my gameplay that week. So we'll be getting back into that if these rumors are true, and I really, really hope they are, because that, I mean, one of my all-time favorite multiplayer games. Period. Absolutely, period. And that does include all the Halos. And I loved Halo 2 and Halo 3, Halo ODST. I loved them all. I really did love all of them. Um, but Halo 2 and Halo 3 were my other two big grinds back in the day, as well as Gears of War. Gears 1 I was a huge fan of. You know, played a lot of it in 2007, 2008 with my roommate and a bunch of his friends at the time. It was just a good time. But if these rumors are true, it's very exciting times for gaming and for Modern Warfare 2. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll keep everyone updated here throughout my vlogs, on Discord, on Twitter, and the such regarding a possible Modern Warfare 2 remake. Certainly, I'm going to be keeping my eyes on that. And then in sports world, you know, Yankees are finally picking it up. They're 3 games above 500. Finally, they're in second place. Finally, they've really got to get their act together and really start playing some good baseball here. Now that hockey season is over for me and the Rangers, you know, playoffs are coming. I'll still keep an eye on that because I want to see the Washington Capitals get their asses whooped by whichever team plays them. I just want to see them beat the shit out of the Capitals. I don't care who wins at this point. I'll even root for the fucking Islanders. And I hate the Islanders. I hate the Bruins. I hate the Penguins. I'll root for them all. I don't care. Predominantly, I'm rooting for no one really. Rangers are out of it. They fired their GM and president, replaced him with Chris Drury, who is now going to be president and GM, and he just fired head coach David Quinn and 3 of his associate coaches today. So Rangers are looking at a whole new front office, which kind of excites me. I was not a big David Quinn fan. He's good with the rookies, but he can't coach in big games, close games. He got swept out of the playoffs. He's only got a touch over a 500 record with the Rangers, and we have some elite talent. They're young, but we've got elite talent on the team. So interesting to see who replaces him. I've heard rumors that it could be like John Tortorella. I don't think he's the right fit at this time. He's a great coach. He really is. He's done great with the Rangers in the past, but the Rangers are not built for his style right now. Um, there's some rumors swirling around, and I've heard Jack Eichel rumors swirling around. Would be cool if we got him, but we're gonna have to give up a lot in order to get him if that's the case. And I don't foresee us wanting to give up as much as Buffalo would ask. And I've also heard rumors of Las Vegas's previous coach, possibly being a candidate for the Rangers. And if that's the case, they might look at making moves um, to acquire Big Ryan Reeves, which would fix completely the toughness issues that the Rangers have had over the past couple of years. It'll give them a lot of needed grit, a lot of backbone, and just a lot of strength and intimidation on the bottom couple of forward lines there. So we'll see what's in the future here for the Rangers over the next couple of weeks. Certainly, we're going to be tuning into the playoffs a little bit, just hopefully to watch the Capitals get smacked. And then yeah, just continue working on content. You know, we've got a decent length vlog here. I know Mila's ears have made an appearance. She's just kind of laying down right here and just wanted me to throw her ball, which she's got next to me as well. Wife's gonna be home probably shortly would be my guess, and we'll figure the rest of the day out, and maybe I can create some other kind of content today. We'll see how it goes. We'll see when she gets home what she wants to do for the rest of the evening, and then go from there. You know, I might even be able to stream. Not holding my breath for that one, but we'll see. We'll certainly see. Um, if not, streamings they're going to be coming soon. I just don't know exactly when. My goal is to start them by this month. I don't want to wait till June to start them. I want to start them this month and then really get back into it, come up with a schedule, and then stick to that schedule, barring any issues with work. Um, if that's the case, then we'll be back into full grind. We'll be back into the streams. We'll continue working on our YouTube content, um, Instagram content, which I'm kind of slow on. I'm not always sure what to upload there. And same with TikTok, but I am trying to do more content on those as well. Drop it. 9. Yes. For those of you who aren't aware, Mila is a German Shepherd, and she's partially trained in German. So if you hear me saying 9, for her to know she's doing the wrong thing. Um, and her name is German as well. So it's kind of one of the themes I like with German Shepherds, keeping everything in line. Um, I have a lot of German heritage. My grandmother on my dad's side was completely German, so I'm at least a quarter German. Um, my wife's grandfather on her mother's side comes from Germany, um, and her grandmother comes from Switzerland. So both of us are really second generation from Europe, Central Europe here, um, and we're both fond of our heritage. So we try and continue that to a little bit. So that's where a lot of that comes from. Um, I kind of explained some of my past names, but that's where Mila comes from, and she is full German line. She's not the American line, so she's less prone to hip dysplasia, thankfully. Um, she's a little bit smaller than you'd see some of the other German shepherds. She's only about 80 pounds. We joke that she's 80% loaded. Um, she just looks like a small German shepherd. But she's a good girl. Try and do more content with her. Most of that content you're gonna find on Instagram and TikTok. With occasionally it'll be here or on stream. Uh, haven't streamed in a while, but I mean she's got full access to this whole area. As you can see, she keeps bringing me this orange little chuck it ball, and she waits patiently on the other side of the couch for me to throw it. If I throw it and she's ready, she'll catch it. She's a pro third baseman. I'll give her that much. She can sit at the hot corner and do pretty well. So I think overall that's probably gonna do it for today. Kind of a longer vlog today. I've still got to edit yesterday's and today's. That's gonna take me some time. I want to get into playing some games and just help my overall mental status. Hang out with the wife. Hang out with the pupperoo today. So I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. Might come up with something later today, but I'm not sure. Just stay tuned to my Twitter and Discord for more information. The links for both of those will be down in the description below, as I tend to post all my social medias in the description. Always, 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 my socials are in the description. So check them out. Join the Discord to meet all us crazy people that are in there that hang out. I'm in voice chat at least twice a day, so definitely worth coming on and hanging out and chatting. You have any questions, you can always bounce them off of me while I'm in voice chat. And then if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or suggestions, please make sure you drop those in the comments below. I do read all of my comments, and I do respond to all of my comments, unless you're a freaking bot. If you're a bot, I just delete your ass. Nobody's got time to deal with that bullshit. So, if you're a human being, or even a dog that managed to type on a keyboard, or a cat, or anything other than a bot, I will respond to you. Otherwise, I delete you. But thank you all for coming by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's down here. I always fuck that one up. Always. And since OBS is like very awkward with my camera and how everything like mirrors, and I just fuck shit up non-stop. So like and follows over here. Like and subscribe over here. Whatever the hell it's called. Follow. Here we are on Twitch again. Appreciate y'all liking and subscribing. Questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, drop them below. And then hit up my socials for more information. Thank y'all for coming by. Noxie out.